Are you a modder? Do you like to modify your guns or upgrade certain components to customize its performance to your taste? If so, you're not alone. The aftermarket for parts and accessories for the gun industry is a pretty booming business. One of the most common and practical modifications is upgrading the sights on a handgun. Most modern handguns come with good quality sights, but there are fewer changes that can make as immediate and dramatic a difference as a new set of sights. Sight preferences can be very individual and subjective, but for the small personal defense handgun, the trend I see is more toward faster acquisition sights that work day or night and don't sacrifice accuracy. If you think that's a tall order, add one more important question. Will it co-witness with my red dot optic? XS Sights has been offering an alternative to the traditional 3-dot sight picture for quite some time. Called the Big Dot night sights, they consist of an oversized front dot and a simplified rear sight that has only one mark, a vertical post. I installed the XS DXT2 model sights with a yellow front dot on my Springfield XDS OSP. You can also get a set with an orange dot if you prefer. This isn't a how-to video for sight installation, but since many people will go the DIY route, I'll outline the basic steps and highlight a few pro tips. The first step, of course, is to remove the existing sights. Factory-installed sights can be very tightly installed, so expect to use a little elbow grease here. My first piece of advice is to use as good a tool as you can afford and take the time to learn how to use it properly. Ruining an expensive set of sights and possibly damaging your slide is a pretty expensive way to find out that you should have spent a little bit more money for a better tool. Sights should be removed in one direction and reinstalled in the opposite direction. Some dovetails or sights are made to be directional, but even if they're not, this is a best practice and it'll keep one side of your dovetail looking pristine. Once you remove the existing sights, measure them and the new ones to make sure they're the same size mount, and take time to clean the dovetail of any debris or gunk. Take your time, stop to measure for center as often as you need to. You don't get any extra points for doing a bad job fast. And of course, another great alternative is to simply have your local gun shop or gunsmith install them for you. The XS Big Dot sights really transform the sight picture of your handgun. The noticeable element is, of course, the front sight. With that big yellow or orange dot, it draws your eye there immediately. In the center of that bright circle is a vial of tritium, which makes it visible even in total darkness. The rear sight is brilliantly designed to simplify the sight picture and speed up acquisition. Rather than a notch, the XS rear sight simply forms a shallow V shape that naturally guides your front sight to the center. That center vertical line provides a perfect pedestal on which to place that front sight. Think of it as putting the ball on the tee, a very natural instinct. In the vertical line is another vial of tritium that allows you to see it in total darkness. Or if you prefer, the rear sight is available without the tritium. At the range, I find this sight picture to be very fast to pick up and intuitive to center. With a 3-dot picture, I can find myself obsessing about trying to get those gaps exactly the same on both sides, and it really slows down my shooting. I feel like I can shoot faster with the same amount of accuracy, maybe even more, with these big dot sights. And they co-witness perfectly with the red dot optic, which gives me perfect redundancy as well as two good options. It's easy to see the front sight through the mounted optic. You don't have to change your grip or stance to see both. I actually found myself picking up the big yellow dot faster than the red dot itself. XS sights come simply packaged and well protected with everything that you're going to need. They're available for the entire Springfield Armory XD family of handguns. They're a perfect fit and a perfect complement to my XDS OSP. And they're nearly identical in size to the stock sights, which means that all your holsters will still fit. But you'll have to get your own because these are staying on this pistol. This is just an opinion for the armory life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.